Hello everybody, and welcome to a very special episode of Comics, where we will be reviewing X-Men First Class. Yes, I know it's a Freddy Krueger ham thing, but I don't have Wolverine claws, and I know Wolverine's not even in this movie, but you make do with what you have. So, theme song! So yes, hello people, today we'll be reviewing X-Men First Class. It is the newest in the X-Men movie series, and it is actually a prequel, kind of. It's set before the first three movies, but it's also not really related to those three movies. It's confusing. If you know much about me, you know I'm not the biggest X-Men fan. The only actual X-Men things I have is this X-Men vs. Agent of Atlas comic book, and this guy. Say hello to the camera. So yeah, I'm not the biggest X-Men fan. The main reason being, I've said it once, I'll say it before, there are too many dang characters. There's not enough room to let any of them grow. I don't care that much about much of them. That being said, X-Men First Class, from the get-go, I had hope. I had hope that I would finally be able to get invested in this series and like these characters. And for the most part, that was true. It is probably my favorite in the franchise, at least tied up there with X-Men 2. I didn't think much of X-Men 2. I liked it. I know it's up there at the top for a lot of comic book movie fans, but I liked it, I didn't love it. I'm sorry. I don't know, I don't think they're the best movies. This one I thought was very entertaining to watch, but I didn't think much of the movie itself. Michael Fassbender and James McAvoy pretty much saved the movie. Their performances were great. James McAvoy has not been getting as much buzz. I think he was just as good. I thought he was a great Professor X. Patrick Stewart is Professor X. But if anyone was going to be able to pull off this younger one, I think James McAvoy was the person, because he did a great job. What I didn't like about this movie, the character problem was definitely evident here. Some characters, it seemed like they were given storylines just so that they'd be involved in the movie. So I think Xavier and Magneto were two of the main characters that they were able to focus on a lot, and they did that very well, but it left a lot of the others in the dust. One of the people who I didn't think they did do well, actually, is Beast, though. And Beast is my favorite X-Man. He always has been. I think he's definitely the most interesting. Beast, I thought they nailed him this time. Nicholas Hoult did a very good job. He's going to be in Jack the Giant Killer 2, by the way. Looking forward to that. Another thing about this movie, it wasn't fun. It's not really supposed to be like a superhero movie. It is a movie set in the 1960s about mutants in the real world, and it's not supposed to have that summer blockbuster superhero vibe, but there were plenty of chances where they could have just let loose and have a little bit of fun. That bugged me. I was bored during a lot of it. I know I'm going on here, but another thing that I did not like about this movie, Kevin Bacon. Ridiculous. I did not like him at all. As Richard pointed out, Mr. Freeze in Batman and Robin was probably the worst villain. I admit that. But Kevin Bacon, wearing that mask that is way too big for his head, did not come across as evil at all. He's a fine actor. I like Kevin Bacon a lot, but this was not a good choice for the movie. Again, I'm being very harsh with the movie, but I did enjoy it. I was entertained the whole time, pretty much, except for a few stretches where it got a little bit boring. And the reason I'm just saying so many negative things about it is because everywhere else you look, you're going to hear nothing but positive stuff, and I'm just trying to give the other side of things. I'd give it a pretty generous, in my opinion, 3.5 out of 5. The cameo in the movie is one of the best cameos I've ever seen in a Marvel or any movie. That alone pretty much made it 3.5 instead of a 3. Alright, so we'll see you next week on Comics with a regular episode scheduled for next Friday.